Alrighty, we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate every single one of you guys tuning in to the Knicks Nation post-game show as your New York Knicks take game one against the Atlanta Hawks in Madison Square Garden. Final score, 113-102. What a doozy we had in the Garden tonight. Knicks go up 1-0 in the series, and what a freaking game for the New York Knickerbockers. Once again, appreciate you guys in the chat. Appreciate the members in here. Hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to you guys over on X as well. Nick Tatership, what's going on? Says Jordan Clarkson was huge off the bench. This Rover, what's going on? Joel, first one in here. What's going on, people? Appreciate you guys in the chat. Man, first and foremost, Knicks go up 1-0 just from this jump, right? From the jump, Jalen Brunson in that first quarter gives the New York Knicks 19 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal in that first quarter, setting the tone right out the jump. And I thought that was important for the New York Knicks to win that quarter. The Atlanta Hawks have been one of the hottest teams in the NBA. The New York Knicks, in terms of the first quarter rating, has been pretty bad in the NBA. And I thought from the jump, winning that quarter was so important to this basketball team. And it was important to Jalen Brunson as he set the freaking tone in that first quarter. And I thought that was huge. 1 down, 3 to go, ladies and gentlemen. Bunch of game balls to go around tonight, man. Bunch of game balls to go around tonight. Let me post up the stats right here on my screen. Make this a little bit bigger for you guys. Here is the box score, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, shout out to you guys. Shout out to the chat. Man, how about that second half as well? Karl-Anthony Towns starts this game off slow. Turning the ball over. Is fouling here and there. And I'm sitting here like it wasn't that great of a first half for the Knicks and, for the entire, in terms of defensively. I thought the Knicks were a step slow in that first half as well. But, man, in that second half, especially that third quarter, Karl-Anthony Towns in that fourth quarter as well. Karl-Anthony Towns, talk about a tale of two halves. Just a tremendous basketball game in that second half from Karl-Anthony Towns. And Jalen Brunson kind of passed the baton to Cat in the second half. And if you could tell, JB, he got a bunch of Knicks, I think like 3 Knicks got kicked in the groin tonight. After Brunson got kicked in the groin tonight, he really didn't really have the lift on his shot. Really, we didn't see that same burst like we saw in the first quarter. And I thought that had to do with that, the kick in the groin. But Cat, man, amazing second half for Cat, dominating. Again, what have we been saying, ladies and gentlemen? They cannot guard you, Karl-Anthony Towns. They can't guard you. A couple of times in the first half, Cat was getting matched up against Gay. And it was actually not going in Cat's favor. But then in the second half, Cat got angry. Cat got mean. Cat got angry and Cat got mean. And that was all she wrote. D. Tyler says, Deuce woke up. Yes, fourth quarter, Deuce McBride hits his threes. Up until that point, it really wasn't a good game for Deuce up until that fourth quarter. Look. Bad good for game in the first half, and the Knicks only were up 2 at halftime, and that was because Okongwu hits a 3 at the buzzer, and Knicks fans are watching the game, and we're like, man, Hawks, they look pretty good in the first quarter. First half they look pretty good, but it's 4 quarters, man. It's how you want to play especially in the fourth quarter. And then this Knicks team has shown you time after time after time again that they are a dominant fourth quarter team. And tonight was more of the same. More of the same. Josh Hart, I thought, was active from the jump, active defensively. Did a hell of a job on Jalen Johnson. Just incredible defensive game from Josh Hart, in my opinion. I thought his decision-making was incredible. 14 boards, and some of those rebounds were big boy rebounds. Shout out to Josh Hart. Amazing basketball game for him. Mikal Bridges wasn't really used tonight, but, you know, I think he had a couple timely shots, especially in that second half. And defensively against Nickeil Alexander-Walker, the Mikal Bridges, he wasn't on him the entire game, but Nickeil Alexander-Walker with an efficient game, 17 points, 6 to 17 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3. And look, they get 26 from McCollum, 23 from Jalen Johnson, but that's it. And then 19 from Okongwu, and then that's it. No other person on their team stepped up from them. I think defensively, the Knicks had a hell of a game plan against Jalen Johnson, a hell of a game plan against Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and that was due to Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, and even Karl-Anthony Towns tonight with some big boy blocks tonight. 3 blocks. 3 blocks. 3 of them. This is what we wanted. And all the Hawks fans, where are you? Like, where are you? Please. I know it's one game. But I did a pregame. Bunch of Hawks fans were in the chat saying you guys are in for a hell of a game 1. And where you at? Not in here. 1 down, 3 to go. 1 down, 3 to go. And I thought this was a tale of 2 halves for Karl-Anthony Towns, because in that first half, it was a half in which I was nervous. I was like, uh-oh, Cat is going to have one of these games where he's not involved offensively. He's having these offensive fouls. I think he had 2 offensive fouls tonight. 5 turnovers for Cat. I think 3 or 4 of them in the first half. He really stopped that in the second half. And I'm like, uh-oh, you're only up 2 at the half, at the break. Jalen Brunson is pretty much your entire offense in the first half. Right. And then Mitchell Robinson in the first half was incredible. Third quarter, and then Jordan Clarkson, I thought off the bench, somebody mentioned it in the chat, was huge. Jordan Clarkson, you know he's going to the paint. You know where he wants to get to. Had a nice putback on OG Anunoby's missed layup in the first half, which I thought was huge. It's the little things, right? It's the little things. Mitchell Robinson comes in first half. You felt his impact right away. Yet the Knicks find themselves only up 2 at the half. So I'm sitting there like, okay. Offensively, Brunson looks phenomenal. He just got kicked in the groin, right? I think Hart got kicked in the groin. I think at one point Cat got kicked in the groin. So many people got kicked in the man parts tonight. Second half rolls around. The New York Knicks in that third quarter, that's what won them the game in that third quarter, I thought. Defensively, they were smothering the Atlanta Hawks. Mikal Bridges had Nickeil Alexander in prison. He had a nice fast break steal off a projected pass from Mikal Bridges. That kind of threw the Hawks off their offense because the game slowed down. Once the game slowed down, and you saw it pick back up a little bit in the fourth quarter, but a little bit too late. Once the game slowed down, the Hawks couldn't run their stuff. Like, they want to run and gun. They want to keep constantly moving. They want to look. They shot 38% from 3 tonight. 87 shot attempts, only 40 rebounds. Knicks had 45 rebounds. Got to the free throw line. 25 of 30 from the free throw line. Round of applause for that, ladies and gentlemen. How many times, as Knicks fans, are we always nervous saying that this team, when it comes down to it, needs to work on their free throw shooting, especially late in games? Karl-Anthony Towns gives you 10 out of 10. Brunson 7 out of 8. They went to the hack of Mitch, and the problem with going to the hack of Mitch, and it actually worked for them because it kind of threw the Knicks out of rhythm. But the problem with going to a hack a Mitch is now you're in the penalty. And they realized that when they did a silly foul on Jalen Brunson on the other end when Mitch Robinson came out the game. So, yeah, you can do a hack a Mitch. Mike Brown's going to take him out. Now you're in the penalty with like 5 minutes to go. So you got to be careful. And away we go, guys. The New York Knicks win 113-102. One down, 3 to go. Appreciate every single one of you guys in the chat. Salute to every single one of you guys in the chat. Salute to all of you guys in the chat. 1 down, 3 to go, man. Hell of a game from the squad. Hell of a game. Loud and Clear is in the building. What's going on, Loud and Clear? Buddy Hield, Blue Shield, Miss Fields, Knicks in 5. Joe says, bring out the brooms. Uh-oh, Joe wants a sweep. Joe wants a sweep. Sweep is still on the table. A sweep is still on the table. I don't even think the Knicks played a perfect game, and they don't have to. That's why I came into the series confident. They don't have to. OG Anunoby gives you 18 on an efficient night, 6 to 9, 2 or 3 from 3. Injures the ankle, and I think he injured the right one when he got hurt. Right now, injured the left one. Waived to come out the game. I'm sitting there like, uh-oh. I don't want OG Anunoby to be hurt again. Comes back in the game. You hear MSG chanting, OG, OG. OG. And I'm like, let's go. OG comes back in the game. Acts like he doesn't lose a step. He acts like he doesn't lose a step. Fast break points, the Knicks beat the Atlanta Hawks. And go figure. Like, that's exactly what Atlanta wants to do. Run, gun, kind of replicate the Indiana Pacers. But when the game slows down, and I think it honestly started in that first quarter where your captain, Jalen Brunson, 19 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, setting the tone, shutting all of the naysayers up. Like, this is my playground, Atlanta. Welcome. Welcome to my playground. This is what I do in the playoffs. We have Jalen Brunson. You don't. You have nobody to replicate Jalen Brunson. Nobody. Even Cat. And you saw that in the second half. We have Karl-Anthony Towns. You don't. It's the playoffs, man. Let's go. The Knicks are the more talented team. They're deeper, and that depth showed up especially in the fourth quarter. I thought Jordan Clarkson had incredible 11 minutes. Only gave you 11 minutes, but even Deuce McBride, guys. Even Miles McBride, right? I got to get a soundboard so I can be quicker with these drops. I promise you it's coming. But even Deuce McBride. Trash for the first 3 quarters. Let's be honest. Trash. Fouling. Offensive fouls. 86 Mur. Appreciate you. Appreciate you in the chat, 86 Mur. Yes, my birthday's on Monday during game 2. The big 35. Loud and Clear with the gifted subs. Loud and Clear, you're incredible. Appreciate you, Loud and Clear, with the gifted subs. Shout out to Loud and Clear in the chat. Shout out to all of you guys in the chat. Mike says the Hawks have nothing outside of CJ and Nickeil Alexander-Walker. JJ is not ready. You got Josh Hart looking like prime Tony Allen, locking you up. And nothing off the bench. They just don't have enough. Sweep. El Figure says Deuce defends a 3. Josh does not. We had a 19-point lead. Yeah, that's why, look, I got my Josh Hart shirt on. Right? Josh Hart, blood in the ground shirt on because, honestly, he was stripping Jalen Johnson, the superstar in Atlanta. Right? Hawks fans told me he was going to be the best player in the series. Josh Hart stripped him like two or three times tonight. Give me that. Strip, give me that. I know your moves. Josh Hart. So, yeah. Tremendous game from Josh. Tony Allen, I love the comp, Mike. Love the comp. Sean says, great win. Source says they have no bench. Yeah. Look. They got, they look. And Muhammad, I think it's pronounced Gay. So Muhammad Gay, he tried. He tried with Cat. He tried. And you even saw Amon Shumpert saying he can't guard you, man. You're too small, guy. Cat, he can't guard you. too small. And Cat got angry in the second half and got to the free throw line. And that is the formula to beat this Hawks team. 1 down, 3 to go. 1 down, 3 to go. Right? And again, Elfigi says Jalen Johnson ain't ready for the bright lights. Otonio says Brunson is the king of New York. Tremendous game, down the line. So back to Deuce McBride, he wasn't playing well, right? I think I'm being too harsh when I said he was trash the first 3 quarters. Fourth quarter, Mike Brown trusts him. Mike Brown continues to play him because defensively he gives you something that you need off that bench without Jalen Brunson. Deuce McBride, the player that he is, hits 2 big threes all in the fourth quarter to start the fourth quarter. And that kind of got the crowd even louder and kind of sucked the life out of Atlanta, because then they're like, man, Deuce has been struggling. He hits 2 threes in the fourth, right? Again, big fourth quarter for the Knicks. Big fourth quarter for the New York Knicks. And away we go. We have too many guys, too many options for the Atlanta Hawks for them to try to combat us in beating us 4 times. So now the New York Knicks go up 1-0. The job is not done. We have game 2 on Monday, 4:20, and away we go. So, look, first half, yes, it was a little bit too close for my liking. In the first half, I mean, all of the Atlanta Hawks were actually playing pretty well, right? Knicks go up, I think they go up like 9 or 8, but the Hawks still crept back in there. Okongwu had a pretty good game for them. Hits that 3 at the end of the first half, and you're sitting there like up 2, and you're like, Jalen Johnson had a good first half for them. McCollum had a good first half for them. I mean, guys, Dyson Daniels.
Bruh. Bruh.
Atlanta Hawks fans dared to say that Dyson Daniels would stop Jalen Brunson. They said Dyson Daniels is going to stop Jalen Brunson. I got Dyson Daniels getting cooked. Hawks fans couldn't even sit down in the first quarter. They couldn't even sit down and get their popcorn, get their snacks, get their food. First quarter, you're watching Jalen Brunson and Master at work cooking one of the league's best defenders. And that's exactly what we said coming into this matchup. Dyson Daniels.
Bruh.
Yo, this dude is shooting air balls, bro. Leave him open. Leave him open. Barbecue chicken. Jalen Brunson looks at Dyson Daniels like he's his little son. Like you can't. There's a reason why Jalen Brunson's numbers against Dyson Daniels are elite. And look, he's a good defender. I'm not taking away anything away from him, but I'm just saying, Hawks fans literally have the nerve to say that Dyson Daniels would sit up there and cause havoc. Where? Where's the havoc? Let him shoot. Wide open. Air ball. Let him shoot. Go ahead. And I know he shot better in the second half of the season, but go ahead. So, Hawks fans, hold that. We told you. We warned you. We warned you. We warned you, Atlanta. We warned you. Brunson gives you 19 in the first quarter against the elite defender, Dyson Daniels, right? And I'm sitting there like, man, playoff Brunson is different, guys. Again, this is Brunson's playground. This is what he does. This is exactly what he does in the playoffs, right? He cooks you, he cooks you, he cooks you. So you can please try to sell me these guys trying to stop Jalen Brunson and the whole 9, but you couldn't even sit down in the first quarter, and Jalen Brunson, you blink and he has 19 on your face. I mean, come on. Appreciate that dictatorship. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Your New York Knicks go up 1-0 on the series. Dictatorship says one game at a time. On to the next. Let's go. Let's go. Dyson Daniels can't unclog a toilet, much less guard Jalen Brunson. Greetings from the Knicks fans in the ATL. Misery loves company. Greetings, love the name. Otonio. Yep, exactly. Dyson Daniels. Yep. Look, I don't want to get rude up here, but it's the playoffs, man. Anyone can get it. Like, anyone is going to get it. I'm ruthless. Please enlighten me, because Jalen Brunson, he gives you 28, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, and gets kicked in the groin like 3 times tonight. 9-22, 3 of 4 from 3. I think he stopped attempting threes. I think 2 of these threes were in the first quarter. But I mean, again, win the first quarter, the Knicks are going to have, in my opinion, an easier path to possibly even sweeping this Hawks team. Because, look, that was the one thing I was concerned about, is the first quarter. Because the Knicks had been coming out of these games kind of lackadaisical. And, you know, even with that Brunson 19-point first quarter, it was still close. It was still close in a way. But then in the second half, your big cat, he got angry. And here it is. Just post a little clip. Here it is.
But these are the things that are winning.
Don't think I've ever seen Cat that angry. Don't think I've ever seen Cat that angry. And that was in the second half. And look at Mikal. Look at Mikal. Let's go. It's a different season. It's a different season. Anytime Cat plays angry, he goes downhill. He stops complaining. Did a little bit of complaining in the first half. Second half, not so much. Got to the free throw line. They were falling for his pump fakes. They were falling. Yo, Jalen Johnson was falling for a Josh Hart. He fell for a Josh Hart pump fake in the first half. And Josh Hart had a bucket in the paint. And Cat had them biting on their pump fakes. Biting. Easy. And we saw that during the April 6th matchup, right? So Brunson gives you that amazing first quarter, and then Brunson passes the baton to Cat in the second half. And then Brunson, in that fourth quarter, the New York Knicks are playing incredible. Jordan Clarkson, Karl-Anthony Towns, Josh Hart, all while our captain Jalen Brunson is on the bench. That's when the New York Knicks build their lead. All while Jalen Brunson is on the bench. That sequence in that fourth quarter right there just gave me even more confidence in this series and got me even more hyped as a New York Knicks fan, because it is not just one guy with this team. Like, Brunson could be on the bench. Jordan Clarkson can be doing his thing with the bench. That's when McBride hits those 2 threes. Shamet hits his first 3 tonight. 3 points. Now, those were his only points tonight, but that's okay. Like, it's okay. It's okay. Mitch, 3 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 blocks. And I think both of those blocks were in the first half. And one of those blocks were on McCollum. And, again, we have Mitchell Robinson. You don't. You can try to throw guys. You saw them double teaming Mitchell Robinson throughout the game. You saw them trying to do it. And it actually was effective a little bit. But once they took him out the game with the hack of Mitch, kind of ruined his rhythm a little bit. And look, Mitchell Robinson has to live with that. And it sucks. But he hits one of them. Right? He hits one of them. That's okay. Like, whatever. The hack of Mitch, I don't like it, but Mitch has to hit his free throws. But, yeah, Loud and Clear says, yeah, Clarkson and Cat deserve recognition for his defense as well. Cat, 3 blocks, 1 steal. Who does a player of the game go to? I mean, a defensive player of the game go to? To me, it's between Josh Hart and Karl-Anthony Towns. Hart was one-on-one matchups. Hart was winning them. winning them against Jalen Johnson, the so-called superstar in which Atlanta was telling me that was going to own Josh Hart. They were laughing. They were like, you really think Josh Hart's going to stop Jalen Johnson? Well, Hawks fans, Hart did a pretty good job on Jalen Johnson. And look, Johnson still gave them 23, but it was a hard 23. It was a hard 23. It's hard, making them work. HRM, what's going on? Dis Rover says Cat. Loud and Clear says Hart. Mo says Knicks have to keep Mitchell Robinson. Yes. 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 Isaiah says, what's going on, Isaiah? Appreciate you in the chat. Which jersey did you wind up wearing, Isaiah? Isaiah says, I agree for sure. Evan and him and Cat have played their best defense ever in the NBA this season. Yeah, in that fourth quarter, right? Defensively, in the second half, really. I know the Hawks really made a run. I think they went on a little 9-0 run in that fourth quarter. They cut the lead to like 8. Mike Brown had to call timeout. But that's when the Knicks were kind of like lulling and playing with their food a little bit. And we want to be careful with that. But defensively, I mean, Hawks were getting like blowing by Cat, and Cat was recovering. Cat had a nice block on CJ McCollum tonight. Cat had a few nice blocks. Three blocks for Cat. 4 stocks tonight for your big Cat. And if he's going to give you this, 25 points, 6 of 13 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3. Threes are back. And those threes were whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Didn't even hit a rim. And 10 of 10 from the free throw line. I'm so happy I could cry, man. He was dominant in that second half. Dominant. And yes, this Rover, he did have 5 turnovers. But a couple of those turnovers in the first half were him with the silly fouls. And one of those fouls, he got hit in the face. And just it was like a weird play. But I don't care. He could have had 10 turnovers in the first half. If he made up for it like in that second half like he did, hell of a game for your big Cat, man. And the Knicks get the job done, 113-102. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Once again, hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new here, my name is Anthony. I do post games all year long, and we are back. We are playoff ready over here at the Knicks Nation channel. The Knicks get one. 1 down, 15 to go, ladies and gentlemen. 1 down, 15 to go. And a little bit of a quick turnaround. You get a day off tomorrow, and then you get back at it on Monday. And you want to win game 2. You want to win game 2, go up 2-0. And if the Knicks play like they did tonight, we should be fine. We should be fine. So Misery says the Hawks got Mufasa tonight. Kitty Cat stayed inside looking out the window. Isaiah says I wore all of them. Yes, let's go. Somebody commented on my video saying Hawks in 5.
Bruh.
Delulu. Hey, look. You know, if you're a Hawks fan, you had a hell of a season, but you're getting a taste of the playoffs with your new team. And look, series is not over. It's not. It can change in a blink. But if you're a New York Knicks fan, you have to feel confident, really confident that your big man Karl Anthony Towns dominates in the second half. Jalen Brunson dominates. It's what we've talked about is the starts. They were really good tonight. Karl Anthony Towns, amazing second half tonight. Josh Hart, right? I was nervous about Josh Hart in this series. Josh Hart, tremendous game. Tremendous. Appreciate that, this Rover. Dr. Mark says Knicks in 4. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Appreciate you guys over on X. New York Knicks get the job done. 113, to 102. Team stats. Offensive rebounds. Knicks only had 6 tonight, right? Hawks actually out-rebounded them on the offensive side by 8. 22 assists compared to Atlanta's 25. 7 steals, 5 blocks for the New York Knickerbockers. But this was the number that the Knicks dominated in right here. Fast break points. Atlanta 13, the Knicks 22. Right? If we can win that battle for the entirety of the series, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Like, let's go. Let's freaking go, man. Let's go. And look, the shocking thing is, it's not shocking, but Latoria went down 3 to go. It's not shocking, right? But only 25 3-point attempts for the New York Knicks tonight. Right? Following the game plan. Inside out. Right? 25 3-point attempts. They shot 48% from 3 because of it. Because they give you 12 out of 25. They weren't forcing. They weren't chucking. Right? I know, which we've seen time after time again this year. But they stuck to their game plan, and it worked. Because Atlanta has nobody to guard inside. They don't. They don't. Man, let's go. Mike says, am I the only one that loves the hack of Mitch? I would even say keep Mitch in the game because the other team is going to rack up fouls. Mitch gets good shooting practice, but will still stop you. Yeah, exactly. And that worked to their disadvantage, the Atlanta Hawks, because they were hacking Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson comes out of the game, and then they're in foul trouble. They're in the penalty. And then that's when you saw Jalen Brunson. I think he got tripped up, and he's shooting free throws. And then it's like, yeah, you could do the hack of Mitch, but you're going to be in the penalty. You better not foul because the Knicks are going to be at the free throw line. And that's exactly what they were. They made 13 more free throws than the Atlanta Hawks and took 11 more. 25 or 30 at the free throw line. Hawks were caught fouling a lot. And the Knicks were in the penalty with like 7:45 in that fourth quarter. And I thought the Hawks had a slither of an opportunity to get back in the game, but they didn't. Third quarter defensively was absolutely dominant for this New York Knicks team. Dominant. Let's go, guys. Let's go. 1-0. Mitch won Defensive Player of the Game. What's going on, Yuri? What's going on, Yuri? Appreciate you in the chat, Yuri. HRM, what's going on? Appreciate you in the chat, Yuri. Say Quizzy is in the building. He says, Dyson Daniels stopping who again? No one's stopping Brunson. Knicks in 5. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Look. Hawks are good, but we have Jalen Brunson, and they don't. We have Mitchell Robinson, and they don't. It's that simple. We have Karl Anthony Towns, and they don't. Right? We have guys that can take over quarters and sequences. And look at these fast break. Brunson, pull off fast break. And like, that's when you know he's feeling it, man. Feeling it. Feeling it. McCollum, barbecue chicken. Barbecue chicken. Step back. Barbecue chicken. He's feeling it, man. Okay, excuse me. To the left. Dancing. Oh, how about their rookie? Like, Yeshishare? What was he like? Was he the first pick? You could tell the lights were too bright for him. I'm sorry, like, some guys it's just the lights are too bright for. The lights are too bright for him. Yeshishare? I always botch his name. So I'm not trying to. Zachary Rishashare plays 2 minutes, misses 2 wide open layups, and he's probably trembling near the basket, right? And they don't go back to him. They go 8 off the bench, right? They go 8 off the bench. They go Kuminga, Gay, and Gabe Vincent, who tried to hurt Jalen Brunson by pulling him down. I mean, come on, guys. Gay, Kuminga, and Vincent. Look, we'll see if Atlanta adjusts. They have Corey Kispert and they have Buddy Hield, right? So if their offense, worse this year. If their offense keeps sputtering, the Hawks, they will switch it up. They will throw in a Kispert. They will throw in a Buddy Hield just to give them a little bit of a spark, because Gabe Vincent, the Knicks are going to try to hunt that matchup, right? And Brunson was hunting it. Kuminga, I thought, actually gave him some solid minutes tonight, especially in the first half. Gay can try, but he can't guard Cat. And that's their size off the bench. And look at their minutes compared to our minutes. They get 39 from Nickeil Alexander-Walker. They get 39 from Jalen Johnson, 37 from Okongwu, 36 from Dyson Daniels, and 36 from Brunson. Bridges 32, Cat 33. So the Knicks really didn't have to go above their normal playing time tonight. OG 38, but that's fine. Like no one in the 40s. It's game one. Risha Share, it's pronounced trash.
Bruh.
Risha Share. So we're the better team, and it showed tonight. We're the better team in the show tonight. Hawks they were in the game in the first half, but it's a 48-minute affair. And look, the Knicks showed tonight that they're the bigger, that they're better, and then they're meaner team. It's game one, so I'm sure the emotions were extremely high for the guys, right? I'm sure the emotions were extremely high for the guys. But look at this, Cat. Fast break. Cat again. Look at this. Blow by. 1, 2. Look at those strides. Pointing at it. Look at him pointing. Look at the disrespect. Yo, Cat was on one tonight. He's pointing right at him. Shout out to Big Cat, man. And look, another one. Look at this. Yo, the funny thing about this highlight is watch Cat. Look at him. And then everyone's like, yo, get back in the play, Cat. Look, he's like, oh shit. Another one. It's over. Good night, ATL. It was fun playing with you. The Knicks go up 1-0 in the series. Job ain't finished. Skills, I wasn't scared, man. I was just giving their Hawks their props for their big season. Not scared at all. My prediction was Knicks in 5. It hasn't changed. I still do think the Atlanta Hawks will probably get one in Atlanta. Maybe, like, if, I don't know, like, I can totally see this being a sweep, but I still would say Knicks in 5. I'm not changing my prediction, because in the first half, if you're a Hawks fan, you can build off that first half. You can watch some film, go back to it, and maybe expand the rotation. Go to Kispert or Buddy Hield or, Tony Bradley, who's a bum. And, Hawks fans will try to convince you that Tony Bradley will stop Mitchell Robinson. But I'm sorry, like, nobody's going to stop Mitchell Robinson, which is why you go to a hack and Mitch. Because that's the only way you can stop a Mitchell Robinson. And, look, it's a strategic play. You got him out the game, but then you're in the penalty. And whenever Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns combined for 53 points, 6 of 8 from 3, and 17 of 18 from the free throw line, you're going to lose. And the Knicks had been building this momentum between the two-man game. And we saw in the third quarter, right? Two-man game. Two-man game, two-man game, two-man game. And they can't guard it. They can't guard it. Like, the gravity that Brunson pulls away from Cat's defender on a pick and roll, and Cat is just wide open. And if you're sitting there like, Cat can do whatever. He can shoot. He can pump and drive, which is why the Hawks fall for his pump fakes, right? If Brunson is confident with that pass, getting that ball to Karl-Anthony Towns, which I'm sure they have been working on, like it's literally an unguardable play, and it's about damn time the Knicks have actually looked into that and done it. David says Cat only took 13 shots and still scored 25 points. It took Brunson 22 shots and scored 28 points. Yeah, Brunson in that second half, I thought the groin kick threw him off a little bit, but he gave you 19 in the first quarter and he couldn't miss. I think once he got kicked in the groin, he wasn't really running full speed. If you noticed it, you know, it was a hard kick. It was a hard kick. You know, maybe that's their game plan, to kick our guys in the man parts. But got to watch that. But look, OG, when you have Brunson and Cat, right, giving you 53 combined, and then you have OG giving you 18 and hitting his threes and actually got to the free throw line, I'm sorry. Like, it gives you tremendous confidence as a New York Knicks fan. HRM says Deuce with some big buckets. Yes, Miles McBride in that fourth quarter. Got nervous a little bit for Deuce heading into the fourth, but Mike Brown stuck with him. Trusted him. You still see Alvarado at the end of the bench cheering his ass off. Mike Brown stuck with him, and he gives you those 2 threes off the bench in the fourth quarter, and away we go. Look, I think ever since I put on this hat back on, the Knicks are undefeated. Might be a lucky hat, man. And those of you that have watched my stream for years, this is like one of the first hats I've owned. And I've always worn this hat, but obviously I've had the Knicks Nation hat on. But, man, I keep rocking the hat. I even went live on TikTok at the end of the game, so you can catch me on TikTok at @NicksNation_ if you guys want to catch my reactions in the fourth quarters. Over on TikTok. Mike says our two-man game is special because they flip it like how Murray and Joker do, where they highlight the smaller guy. Absolutely elite. First play of the game. Beautiful. Yeah, Mike. And look, we've been waiting for it, and the Knicks finally went to it. You know, especially in that third quarter, we saw it a lot. They were spamming it. And if you're a Hawks fan, you can just hope and pray that you try to guard it, because right now it's not working out. It's not working out. Hit up the Discord if you want to call into the show. We'll get to your calls in a little bit. I see Yuri waiting in the Discord. We'll get to your call in a little bit. Yuri, please be patient. You guys can hit the Discord. The link is pinned up in the chat. Your New York Knicks win 113-102 over the Atlanta Hawks. Let's check out the defensive player of the game. Do they have the pictures out yet? I don't believe so. But game 1 is in the books. I don't know if Mike Brown has spoken already. But look at this. Look at OG. Look. Do you know how tough this shot is? Pump fake, dribble, sidestep, regathers. Telling you, man. Excuse me. Where you going? Where you going? Hand in the face, too. Look, they got Gabe Vincent, guy. Gabe Vincent. Try to guard OG Anunoby's barbecue chicken. You could try. CJ salutes. Mo says, I'm not shaving my beard until the run is over. Oh, LV live, yeah. I don't know. He hasn't called in yet. He's live from the Garden. Hasn't called in yet. Hold on. Let me see if LV is gonna hop in. Let me message him. I haven't heard anything. So, Crystal, they tried to take the Knicks out. Yes, they did. I just messaged LV Live the link. He messaged me on X, but I just didn't see it until now. Sorry, a lot going on. But he was at the game. LV Live was at the game. I just messaged him the link to join, so I'm not sure if he's on his way back, driving back home. I apologize, LV Live, if you're watching this. But I sent him the link. Hopefully he can hop on when he gets home or a little bit after that. But Knicks win. Guys, 1-0. Look. You beat them on fast break points. You beat them at the free throw line. You shot 25 threes. You played inside out. You played a brand of team basketball. You had Jalen Brunson open up the game with 19 points, 2 rebounds. Great defensive second half. Mitchell Robinson in the second quarter was just awesome, causing havoc. Right? Brunson gives you 22 in the first half after finishing 19 in the first quarter. And in the third quarter, you have your big man just dominate, right? And that's why what makes this New York Knicks team so dangerous is you can beat them in many different ways. You can have Jalen Brunson do his thing. You can have OG Anunoby do his thing. Mikal, mid-range. He had a nice mid-range tonight, fading to his right in the second half. So where we go? Waiting on LV. I just sent him the link. So we'll see if he joins. He was live from outside the Garden. Let's go. Loud and clear. See, just message LV. As you guys can see. So we're waiting on LV to see if he'll join. I'm not sure if he'll join. Loud and clear. Appreciate you in the chat. Get those likes up, fam. Knicks win 113-102. And away we go. 1 down, 3 to go. 1 down, 3 to go. We still got 3 more games to win against this Hawk team. It's first to 4. It's not first to 1. But after tonight's game, you should feel real confident if you're a New York Knicks fan. And away we go. Like, you should feel confident. You should feel good. Because really, in a sense, it really wasn't your offense. It was mainly defensively, in which Karl-Anthony Towns locked down defensively, right? Josh Hart was locking down defensively. So those are real positive signs if you're a New York Knicks fan heading into a game 2 against this Hawks team, right? Hawks still shot 48% from 3. Right? 48% from 3 from Atlanta. No, excuse me. 38. Excuse me. The Knicks shot 48%. Hawks shot 38% from 3. Which is still good. With 12 of 19 at the free throw line. Weren't get to the free throw line. Knicks shot them at the free throw line. Away we go, man. Like, look, if you're a Hawks fan, again, you could try to convince me this or that, cool, it's fun, the banter back and forth, but Dyson Daniels, barbecue chicken to Jalen Brunson, and away we go. Knicks are the more talented team, they're the better team, and away we go. Mo says, if the Knicks make the finals, will MTA raise the A, E, and C train to 34th? Mo, that's a great question. Could you imagine if they raised the MTA rate to $50? If the Knicks make the finals, let's get there like they did for the World Cup. That's funny as hell. And away we go, guys. We're 1-0. 1-0. Let's go. I kind of want to tip game 2 off tomorrow, but like if you're a Knicks fan, we're in a really good place right now. Like, we're in a really good place. We feel good. And if you're on the Hawks side, you can try to convince yourself, like, in the first half, we were right there. We were sharing the ball. We had the pace where he needed to be. We withheld that Jalen Brunson 19 first quarter points. Only down 2 at the break. We had a lead at some point in that first quarter as well when the game was back and forth a little bit. But when it comes time, like when it comes down to it, I mean, you're heavily relying on CJ McCollum, which I've told you was kind of like their oil in the engine, who's actually pretty good. Like, he's really good. McCollum's good, man. Like, anytime he's open, like, he's making that thing. McCollum's really good. Jalen Johnson, like, if you have Josh Hart locking Jalen Johnson up, it's gonna be a short series for the Atlanta Hawks. It is. Away we go. Appreciate you guys in the chat once again. Shout out to the Knicks Nation crew. Let's see here. Let's go to Big Cat. Did the player there's Cat and his soon to be wife. Game 2 Monday night. Oh man, hold this L ATL. Watch Cat point at him. Disrespectful, man. Disrespectful.
To a hot start in this game. What were you able to take advantage of in the first quarter? But then how did that change for you as the game progressed?
Yeah, got off to a good start in the first quarter. The ball was going in and just had a little bit of rhythm. And then, obviously, within games, things can go up and down. So just found a way to stay composed and still trying to impact the game. And I felt like I did that enough for us to win tonight.
That's our captain, Jalen Brunson. Ball felt good coming out of his hand, right? Knicks in 5. That's Ben. Knicks in 5. Might be Knicks in 4, ladies and gentlemen. Might be Knicks in 4. The way they're playing. Latino PR, what's going on, Latino PR? This Rover says it was deserved. They were hacking and whacking us all game long. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's get to the Discord now. I know Yuri's been waiting a little bit, so let's get to the Discord. Let's see what Yuri has to say in the Discord. Bear with me for 1 second. Here's the Discord. Sorry, I have a new system here. Obviously, you see my new overlay, so I'm still trying to figure it out. And that's away we go.
Against the wall, like a
Yuri, you are live in the Knicks Nation post-game show. What's going on here?
Yo, man, what up, brother?
What up, man? What a game. Knicks win. Go up 1-0. Let's go.
Let's go. Yo, Cat was disrespectful, bro. That was disrespectful.
Pointing at him.
Pointed. Like, you can't guard me. I blocked you 3 times. You can't guard me.
What was your best thing that came out of tonight's win for the New York Knicks, Yuri? You can go Brunson, you can go Cat. Where you going to go?
The pick and roll with JV and Cat was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it opens up so much for this Knicks offense. And you heard Mike Brown said, we're incorporating it slowly.
Mm-hmm.
It took a while. I'm pretty sure they were practicing it behind the scenes as well for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want to show the card. And they showed it tonight. Now let's see if Atlanta can adjust, which they're not going to adjust. You can't stop that pick and roll.
You're
not going to stop.
they could try. They have some guys off the bench that, I don't think they're even capable of trying, but, they might change up their bench rotation. We'll see, but they're not going to
I don't think they're going to change it up, man.
Yeah.
Atlanta's young, and they felt MSG tonight. Oh, we played Oregon music. Oh, and we played crowd noises. Yeah, you have to be in MSG to actually play in MSG. Oh, hey, Rashia, the light's a little too bright for you, young fella. Dyson, all them lights getting brighter and brighter and brighter.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Hart can't shoot. Here's the thing. Dyson Daniels can't shoot for nothing, and Josh Hart did better than him. By the way, every Knicks had a plus-minus, and they were all positive.
Yep. Look at that.
That's my coaching.
Look at that.
So I'm interested if Mike Brown will go 9-man this rotation if they do expand the rotation in Atlanta. That's what I'm looking forward to. Will Mike Brown say, okay, you know what? He's going 10-man. I got to make sure I go 10-man. Or will he stay at 9? I think that's the adjustment people are going to have to watch out for.
Yeah, I think so too. And look, the 9 guys, look, Shamet gives you the 1-3, and then he was 1 for 5 after that. After he hits his first one. But I just look, it only if the Knicks are in a pinch. I think Mike Brown's going to stick to this four guys off the bench. Deuce with those 2 3s.
I don't see why you don't. I can't see why not. Yeah. Also, New York Yankees suck. New York Mets definitely suck. The Knicks are all we got right now, brother.
We got a long way to saying those.
One down, team more to go.
Yuri, appreciate the call, Yuri.
I'll say this, though. I'm definitely not looking past any other game. They got to take one game at a time. And I think the Knicks know that, and they know that.
Yes, exactly. Yuri, hell of a call. Appreciate you in the call. Shout out to Yuri in the Knicks Nation Discord. Shout out to Yuri in the chat. They can't look past any other game. They can't look past this Hawks team. Respectable game in the first half, but the Knicks really started to take it more seriously in the second half, and that's when the 2-man game, like Yuri says, they have nothing. They have no one to guard it. They have no one to guard it. They kept overhelping on the Brunson. They kept overhelping on Cad. I mean, it's hard. It's hard for them, right? It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Tony says, let's go. What's going on? Tony's in the chat. Tony wants a sweep. Louder Clay says, Diawara completely out if Shamet keeps struggling? It's a good question. If we're winning, I don't think so. If we're winning, I don't think so. I don't think Mike Brown deviates from that. But he has options, right? And what we know from Mike Brown is, I believe he's not stubborn. He's not Thibs. He's not Tom Thibodeau. Thibodeau would have stuck with his guys no matter what. And if you're not playing, he yanks you out and he plays the starters an extra 5 minutes a game. That's the Tom Thibodeau. Look, I'm not shitting on Tom Thibodeau. This is not the shitting on Tom Thibodeau portion of the postgame. I'm just saying the difference between him and Thibs is you play 9. If Thibs was a coach, it's 8. Right? It's 8. But the 9th guy, that matters. That matters in the third quarter. That matters in the fourth quarter. Look, there's reasons why the Knicks are the best fourth quarter net rating team in the NBA. Because they're well rested. Right? All of that stuff takes into account here when Mike Brown is fluctuating throughout his rotations. Right? These guys aren't going to play. Now we'll see. But I'm really comfortable in saying that I don't expect these guys to play heavy minutes in the playoffs, because I think if our bench keeps performing like they have, and we'll see if the Shamet situation, but defensively, Shamet gives us some value. He was a +9 tonight on the court. But he does have an option to go to Mo D, right? He does have an option to go to Jeremy Sohan in a pinch if you need a stop. He does have an option to go to Jose. So he does have an option. So we'll see. We'll see. Shout out to the chat, man. You guys are awesome. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new here. My name is Anthony. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Doing post games throughout the playoffs. And away we go. So Hawks Fan TV. This is what Hawks Fan TV is saying. Best of 7. Not worried about game 1. Need Nickeil Alexander-Walker to shake off the rust and come back strong for game 2. Okay. We'll see. Tony is in the building. What's going on, Tony? Haven't seen you here in a while. Hope all is well, Tony. Salute, Tony. Hope all is well, man. Good to see you back in here. Mo, good night. Appreciate you hopping in here. Appreciate you hopping in here, Mo. Let's go. Let's go. I love videos like this. JB and his daughter walking off the court. Love it. 1 down. 1 down. Who won defensive player of the game? Did that come out? All right, we're going to start to get into some videos now. So, they're back at the podium, ladies and gentlemen. They're back. I love it.
Yeah, it's really important. No, you never know what's going to happen. There's going to be highs and lows of a season, highs and lows of a game, and be able to fight through and still find a way to impact is very important for us, especially at this point in the season. So no matter what, you got to think positive, you got to be positive, and fight through anything.
JB and Cat at the podium. Cat is a little bit taken aback by his drink, his Gatorade drink.
Oh man, it's awesome. It's awesome to see him back at games. It's you know, with everything that went on and everything, it's just good to be seeing him walking around and enjoying Knicks basketball.
This is Cat and JB talking about their pick and roll.
I said this before, but the longer we're obviously on the court together, our chemistry is better. I think we've grown as teammates, we've grown as friends, and it's contributing to the way we're playing.
I'm not at the Josh level yet, but we work it.
Josh is not a friend. Please don't. Please don't.
We've grown as teammates. We've grown as friends. So, and it's still a work in progress. So, that is telling a lot. Like, those two have obviously, this is their second year. And they had a pretty good run last year, making it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. But it seems like, guys, they're finding their way and their rhythm right at the right time, right, in the playoffs. And Brunson says they've grown as teammates, they've grown as friends, and I love it, man. Like, that is music to my ears. When your two best players are playing the way they're playing together, like, come on now.
Just given what you said about this franchise and this building being iconic when you took the job, did tonight feel different or special? And if so, in what way?
Yeah, the first thing is it always feels special walking into MSG. You know, I pinch myself every time I walk in. I will. The one thing that jumps out at me right away is when I walk to come see you guys. I don't get that cold breeze right now, so that's the biggest thing. You know, with the weather outside, so that's definitely enjoyable. But you can feel the energy of the fans. You can feel the energy of the building. You can feel the energy of the fans even outside. So it's definitely different.
Those of you in the chat, I know Loud and Clear has had thoughts on Mike Brown. Have you guys come around on Mike Brown? Have you come around on him?
How do you feel about the way Deuce was able to impact the game in the fourth quarter? He had some big threes for you.
Yeah, that's something that we need from him. We depend on him for offense when he comes in the game. Obviously, defense.
Josh was awesome tonight, man.
Energy, so that was huge for us, especially at a time where we weren't scoring. Luckily, we were playing good defense and holding them and keeping them from scoring, and then he did knock a couple down for us.
Josh was incredible tonight, man. Shout out to Josh Hart. Defensively, the Knicks were incredible all around. Josh Hart talking about Cat and the Knicks offense.
Started getting his own.
Yeah, no, he did a great job. He's a good help for us. We got to make sure we keep, screening off ball, doing those kind of things, and we cut down on turnovers a little bit. We'll watch that and see what, how we can be better at that. But did a great job.
Cut down. You make sure to mention to cut down on those turnovers a little bit, Cat.
Whoever phone this is, you need to do a better job of muting when you get a text, because when you get a text, it interrupts. We feel. Whoever phone this is, you need to do a better job of muting when you get a text, because when you get a text, it interrupts the press conference, and people here don't like when the press conference gets interrupted. So I'd appreciate your help next time. Whoever phone this is, thank you.
Mike Brown with the cookie prior to the game, the cookie joke, and now he's joking around with somebody's a reporter's phone. That's telling me that the guys are in a good place and they feel confident. Look, it's first to four, but the guys are in a hell of a place, and Mike Brown is he's starting to reveal his personality more. He's always been like a little bit of a goofball, and we're starting to see it more and more. Randu says, thanks for the gift of membership. Randu, thank Loud and Clear for that. Loud and Clear with the gifted memberships early on in the chat. Appreciate you, Loud and Clear, again. Shout out to the members in here. If you guys want to support the channel, hit the join button down below. Really, really appreciate it. Or super chats are welcomed. And just watching the stream and liking the video is that's honestly a lot of support. So shout out to the chat. We'll see if anyone else has. I know McBride spoke a little bit.
Like a deuce three, screaming deuced it. Just what's it like being in the center of that moment, especially two back-to-back ones when your team needed it tonight?
I mean, it's a great moment. I'm blessed to have played here and have the Guardian screaming my name like that. I feel like it's just a special thing I get, and I just prepare myself and work so hard. So I'm just happy the crowd's on my side.
Shout out to Deuce, man. Him and Mitch Robbins
be there for us. The energy that it's unmatched. This time, every year, it's electric, not just in this building but around the city. It's an unreal energy that I wish a lot of people can experience, and it's truly special.
Let's go. Are we back? Are we live? My stream just went out for a second. I don't know what happened there. We live? Let me know in the chat. Are we live? We live? We live? We live? The stream just went out for a second there. The stream just went out for a second there. We're back. All right, appreciate that, this Rover. We are back. Appreciate you guys in the chat. A little bit of a hiccup there. We're back. 1-0. 1-0, guys. And look, if you're a Knicks fan, you're feeling really good. Look, you're going to bed feeling really good tonight that the New York Knicks are at 1-0 against this Hawks team, because look, let's face it, the Hawks are good, folks. And look, I know I was joking around early on in the game, early on in the stream about Dyson Daniels and this and that, but I'm just joking around with Hawks fans when they were trying to tell me that Daniels would shut down Jalen Brunson, and then they had a little bit of a dose in that first quarter and they quickly shut them up, right? Well, again, it's the playoffs. It's Jalen Brunson's playground, and the Hawks are getting a first glimpse of that. And again, they really don't have anyone to guard that pick and roll. They don't have anyone on the interior to even put bodies on Cat. Even OJ Anunoby tonight with some big boy rebounds. Josh Hart, you know, they're a good team, but you're seeing how they win their games, how they want to win their games. Is shooting the three, getting out in transition, and scoring off of turnovers. If the Hawks get you to do that, if they put together, like, they have to play an A+ game. If they do that, cool. They can win a game. And I'm expecting it. I'm still saying Knicks in 5. Right? Buzzer beater. What's going on, buzzer beater? I'm still saying Knicks in 5. But after what we saw tonight, I just think that I'm sticking to my prediction, and like, it could be 4. Could be. Could be 4. But you just saw Jalen Brunson and Cat speaking. Don't know if we got a player of the game yet from the defensive player of the game for the New York Knicks. Don't know if we got that or Mike Brown revealed that, but I would either assume it's either Mitchell Robinson or Joshy or Cat. No, I said Cat or Josh, not Mitch. Cat or Josh. CJ says Knicks in 5. Knicks in 5. Knicks in 5, man. It feels good. It feels good. Look, it's shocking that no Kevin Durant, which is why I think that the Thunder, the Rockets are currently, what's the score in that game? 56-60 against the Lakers. No Kevin Durant in that game. Cleveland goes up 1-0. No Manuel Quickly in that game. Denver goes up 1-0. So all of the home teams won today. We'll just have to wait and see regarding the Lakers. But Knicks 1-0, right? And on the Hawks side, maybe they expand their rotation. I don't know. Gabe Vincent gives them a veteran presence. He gives them another ball handler off the bench. But they're gonna need more of a punch. You know, Kuminga gives them a different element off that bench. And I think he's actually, I thought he actually played pretty good tonight, but it's just not enough for them. It's not enough. Dyson Daniels, he's just out there for defense and just he gives you 11 assists, 9 boards, which is great, but you need him to score when he's out there 36 minutes. And when he's shooting air balls, just keep shooting it, Dyson. What did he shoot from 3 this year? I know he shot better in the second half of the season. Look, 36% in April, not bad. 33% in March. Okay, that's not his game though. It's not his game. It's not his game at all. And if he is not locking down Jalen Brunson, in which many Hawks fans thought that he would, it's going to be a short series, right? It's going to be a short series if you're a New York Knicks fan, and you feel good right now. You feel good. Just checking my notes. I brought up the Mitchell Robinson in the second quarter. Amazing. The Knicks were winning the transition game, which really propelled them to winning this basketball game. Tony says we're going to the finals versus the Spurs. It's guaranteed. I would love that, Tony. I would love that. I would love that. Dyson Daniels makes the average citizen think he can score in the NBA. He cannot score. He is only defense. Yeah, look. And in today's day and age, you're a pretty good defender, but if you're going to get cooked by Jalen Brunson in the first quarter for 19 points, and it's just not him. Look, Knicks were getting Dyson Daniels off of Brunson. But if you're going to get cooked like that and just not be effective defensively, then what good are you? He gives you 3 steals. He's one of the league's best in deflections. But it's going to be a long series for Dyson Daniels. It's going to be a long series. Long series. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0. Trying to see if we can update the X account to see if any other news have come out. Oh. We have Knicks fans outside of MSG. All right, guys. Is it me, or is like this stuff, like, I would like to do this after a series win, right? Or a big win. Like, we should be able to beat the Hawks. Are they doing too much? I don't like to take away from excitement whatsoever, because I was that guy last year defending these guys at the end of the Celtics series and the end of the Pistons series, right? But after a game 1 win versus Atlanta, we're gonna be outside of MSG just for a clip. It's cool. Do your thing, man. I don't wanna take away from their excitement, because we're back in the playoffs, man. We're back. This is from Dan. He says, Jordan Clarkson redefining himself as an offensive rebounder, do the dirty work defending, occasional source of complementary drives, a legitimately vital part of the second unit, but in a totally different way, is one of the wilder aspects of the Knicks season. Yeah. Look, I feel like I haven't talked about Clarkson enough tonight, but what he just said is true, because in these 11 minutes, the reason why Jordan Clarkson got benched early on in the regular season was because of his defense, because he was just getting cooked. He was just getting demolished defensively, right? You know what he wants to do offensively. He wants to drive. He wants to get in the paint. He wants to do his little floater shots, his little push shots, and he's really effective at doing that. But the putback he had when OG Anunoby missed, I thought was just a hustle play for JC, right? And he gives you 2 rebounds, 8 points, 4-6 from the field in 11 minutes. Like, that is exactly what you want off the bench. Like, that's it. That little difference, right? You won by 9. That little difference. Right? I know, this Rover, yeah, fouled like crazy in the fourth quarter. 4 personal fouls for JC, but, like, and he's going to get prone to doing that because he's going to get hunted. But defensively, this Rover, he has been solid. Like, he's been good. He's been good. Jaden says, Ant, try to find a clip of Jose and Clarkson doing their ancient magic again to heal OG's ankle. They did that again? Tag normally has that. Let's go. Cat was a little loony bin tonight, man. I love it. Give me that. I don't know. I'm not sure if I can find it, but Selly Cat. Give me that. If you know where it is, point me to the direction. I don't know where to find it, but anytime they do that, it's hilarious. Let's go. I can't find it, Jaden, but I'll try to find it like on the side. But anytime they do that, it worked because OG twists his ankle and he calls out the game. Like, he's like, get me out the game. And I'm sitting there like, uh-oh. Like, this is bad. Like, I don't want OG Anunoby to be hurt, right? You're sitting there freaking out. And you're freaking out. But OG comes back in the game, and that's when this crowd actually got, hyped again because they're chanting OG, 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 and I'm like, let's go. Like, OG, has been dealing with these ankle stuff lately, right? And anytime like he comes back in a game and just he picked off right where he left off is a positive sign. So, I can't find it. Fireside on Knicks on Instagram posted it. I'll go look at it. Appreciate you guys in the chat once again. Shout out to the Knicks Nation crew. You guys were awesome tonight. Tony waiting in the Discord to call into the show. Hold on. We got a caller waiting in the Discord. Once again, shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Sorry, bear with me for 1 second. Tony, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I got you loud and clear, Tony. Welcome into the Knicks Nation postgame show. How are you?
I'm good, bro. What's good with you, man? How's everything?
Good. Big Knicks win. Go up 1-0 on the Hawks. Got 3 more to go. How are you?
I feel like, first of all, I just want to say, man, I've been following you for a while, and it's just I've been wanting to get on for a while, but I was like, you know what? Let me just hop on here when the playoffs. I feel like we got the right pieces to go as deep as this team wants to go.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like nobody in the East is really going to give us a run for our money. I feel like by the time we get to the second round, the team is going to be really in flow with the lineups, the bench, and everything that they're going to go into that. I'm pretty sure they're going to play Boston in the next round. That's going to be obvious.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we're going to beat them in 5 or 6. The question is, if Detroit gets there to the Eastern Conference Final and they have that home advantage, how are we going to play away?
Yeah,
that's the main thing.
That's been our struggle this year, right? Is away from the Garden.
Yeah.
But Detroit has kicked their ass as well. So it's just not how we're going to play away. It's they've come into the Garden and kicked their ass too. So
right.
But Tony, we got to focus on the Hawks. We got to focus on the Celtics. But I like what you said. Look, the Knicks have the pieces. It's just sometimes they didn't put it all together. And now you're seeing their 2 best players on their team are actually forming some type of chemistry here in which they're making a 2-man game unguardable. And it's like,
right.
Finally, it's opening up a lot of other different elements to this offense. And
I feel like if Towns and Brunson can be like this consistently through the playoffs, it's going to take one other person, and I think it would have to come off the bench. We're going to need somebody that's going to be real consistent coming off the bench. That 6-man is going to be a huge role for us to get to the finals.
Yep. True. And JC has been playing well. I know Deuce hits the 2 threes. Shamit, we'll see. Hits the 3 tonight. But
yeah, McBride was a plus 12 tonight. I mean, he was the most efficient player on the court for us tonight. And that's huge because when you have a bench player being the biggest impact player on the court, that's come playoffs, that's what you want. You know what I mean? You want guys that are not your 1-2 punch to come up big when those guys when one of the guys is sitting down.
Yeah.
I feel like the Hawks has a good enough young core to give us a good run, like a practice run. You know what I mean? Kind of like how Detroit last year when they gave us a hard fall series, which prepared us to play Boston because nobody had us against Boston. Remember last year we couldn't beat Boston. Kind of similar with the whole Detroit thing this year. I just feel like those West teams, man, Denver and OKC and San Antonio do not want the Knicks to get to the finals. That's the one team that I feel like is going to beat any of those teams in the finals. I think if Boston gets there or Detroit, I think it's easy pickings for the West.
I agree. And look, the Knicks have played well against the Spurs, played well against Denver. OKC, they beat us twice, but yeah, you know.
Yeah, I mean, both the games we lost to OKC, they were down to the wire. They didn't really slaughter us. You know what I mean? So like, I was on and off watching the Knicks game because today is like WrestleMania. So like, I was watching that like with my son.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Tony, man, good
he
to
said
see you
somebody
back in
said,
the
why
chat,
does
man.
Tony? Yeah, man, I've been like, I kind of like had opened up a business. So I opened up my own car shop, working on cars and motorcycles. So it's like, I've been real busy, man. So like, I've been trying to get on with Chis Show and LV as well. So like, I'm a huge Knicks fan, man, but it's been rough because around like 10 o'clock, I come home, shower, and I be asleep.
I get it, man. I totally get it, man. But yo, it's good to see you. Good to hear you. And yo, call in anytime, bro.
Likewise, man. I appreciate it. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hit that like button. Please follow Ant. Great person. And, he's got a great channel. And anybody that's a Knicks fan or just a basketball fan, man, support.
Appreciate it, man. Hey, appreciate
No problem,
you,
man.
Later.
Enjoy your night, man. Go Knicks.
Enjoy your night. Go Knicks. Tony in the chat. Good to see Tony back in the chat. Let's go. Shout out to Tony. Hell of a call. Tony's busy. Like, look, I get it, man. I get it. I totally get it. Loud and clear. Hey, Tony, loud and clear. What's the company name? Tony, shout out your company. I should have asked that. Shout out to Tony calling into the show. I try to get LV Live back on or just calling in. I sent him the link. I think he went MIA. I think I was a little bit too late. I think he went MIA. But I saw LV at the game. He was supposed to join us live here after the game, but it just didn't work out. And away we go. Appreciate you guys in the chat. The New York Knicks go up 1-0 on the series. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Knicks Nation. You guys are awesome. Shout out to Loud and Clear for the gifted membership. Shout out to the callers tonight. We will be back on Monday, Game 2 in the Garden. Last home game before we head out to Atlanta for Game 2 in the Garden. So let's go up 2-0. Let's go to Atlanta up 2-0 and just take care of business in Atlanta, right? But it's first to 4. It's not first to 1. But as a Knicks fan, you're feeling really good right now heading into Game 2, which is on Monday, 4/20. So even though it's my birthday, I will be on here, ladies and gentlemen. I will be on here. So shout out to the Knicks Nation. Shout out to you guys for the support. And have a great weekend. Have a great night. Let's go Knicks. I'm Anthony, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.